Hello, brothers and sisters. Thank you for your interest in my multilingual journey. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to share some stories as I continue to connect my community using language, practically and realistically. Even if English is your mother tongue, thank you for learning English. We just want to be understood when we talk, so we need a common ground of communication. I am happy to help us expand the English language and preserve mother tongues. Thank you for your time and energy. I have had a lot of opportunities to expand my linguistic skills since coming to stay here at the Royal Hotel. I've had a lot of involvement with the Indian community here. I feel like now that I actually have people talking to me and using the language, my Hindi listening skills are developing faster than some other ones. And I think what that is about is that I actually have people talking to me to develop the skill and not just singing in movies. So I don't know if any of those brothers or sisters will see this video, but आपकी सहायता के लिए धन्यवाद दोस्तों. मुझे आशा है आप खुशहाल हैं. I had one funny instance at the door here with an Indian family coming in to stay at the hotel. Now everything at the hotel is like classique, right? So it's a big wooden door and they were struggling a bit to get in with their luggage. So I got the door for them, but as they continued in the door, I spoke Hindi to them and they froze. and I know why. May samajh aata han. But then once they got in the door, we continued to use the English and Hindi languages to connect. English and Hindi are actually very easy as two languages to juggle. If you are interested in developing Hindi skills without pressures of fluency, you can learn Namaste, Aap kaise hai, Main acha hoon, Dhanyavad, Alvida. And what you just said was, hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you, bye. And that Hindi speaker will feel very respected by you. So then I have an Indian family staying down the hall from me right now. And well, I've had a few Indian families down. Now the languages are also mixed up. This one in particular has English, Hindi, and Malayalam. And yesterday morning, I had my door propped open and I was playing some piano. And I just finished Just Be and I was going to leave. But when I went to leave, they were kind of in the hallway there. They heard me playing and they came over and asked me if I would play a song for them and their son. They have a younger son. There's 4 of them in the family here. And they wanted to encourage their son towards piano. So, mujhe palawa nahin hai, main ye kar sakta hun. I'll play if they want me to. So I played and sang a portion of Truth Reveals to them, and they were very encouraging to me. They've also been very open to speak to me about my linguistic journey and very tolerant of me singing on the balcony, so it's been very encouraging to me. There's an Indian family staying in a place just around the corner from me here. I pass their house all the time back and forth to the bus. They've been great to talk to me, and there's a very wide assortment of languages there. There's even languages there that are just oral languages in Sanskrit. So, but what we didn't talk about was food. And I think we need to talk about food because every time I come by there, they are cooking and it always smells amazing. So I know I love Indian food, and where I'm at here at the Royal Hotel, it's just around the corner from one of my favorite local Indian restaurants, Mian's restaurant. And I can go in there now, and when I use Hindi more traditionally and practically, I can speak just Hindi to them, and they're happy to help me. But I can speak a little more than that, so I'm happy to use it while I'm there. And on the topic of food, I'm also really close to the longest successfully established Chinese food restaurant locally. It's called the New Moon. I don't know life here without the New Moon. I ate there all my life. The owner of the New Moon, well, he ate a lot of pizza. So we've seen each other around a lot. And after I learned how to speak Mandarin, I met him at the supermarket and found out he only spoke Cantonese and English. So I knew more Mandarin than him, and that was quite the experience for me, but 没关系，我明白. That's why I know that I say Mandarin, a lot of people call it Chinese. It is very much so the dominant Chinese language, but there are lots of languages active in the China area. I have had quite a few experiences here with Cantonese people, and in reference to that, I have to tell you about meeting an elderly Cantonese lady on the bus. I tried to speak Mandarin to her, and she knew Cantonese, Mandarin, and English. And our initial conversation was short. But the next time she got on the bus and she saw me, she chose to sit with me. People generally don't choose to sit with me. 没关系，好就好。But 她帮助我很多. She told me a lot. She was very patient. She let me get all slow talking. She will repeat herself. 我的听力不好，我刚跳就上. She says the same things over and over for me. And it was very nice connecting with her. And she did not want me to use English, but 再次我明白，她帮助我很多。So I don't know if I'll get her help again, but I was very happy to receive her help in that moment. 此刻感谢上帝. But there are so many languages here in the Sydney area right now. I've connected with a lot of Vietnamese people. I sing Vietnamese a lot better than I speak it, but people generally don't have to learn Vietnamese here, so they don't. So as a Vietnamese speaker living in my area, even to hear me say Xin Chao and speak in English and then say Cảm ơn at the end, well, that's enough for them to, enjoy hearing their own language here in Canada from a local. That is hello and thank you. It's not hard to say hello and thank you in all kinds of different languages. I was speaking with a German couple down at the park the other day. They visit here every 5 years or so. They were also speaking Persian languages. And there's Korean people here that are always very happy to help me, always developing English. So I know that when I speak to people in my community that are learning English as a second language, I know they can tell by the way I speak to them that I'm used to helping people learn English. And I have helped a lot of people learn English from a large assortment of mother tongues. And of course, I've had a lot of opportunity to mingle with the Filipino crowd here. Mahal ko kayong lahat. They're always so uplifting to me. There's a set of girls that gets on the bus together all the time, and we'll generally sit together and they will listen to my videos and make sure my confidence is up in my speaking. And sometimes they will say things to me in Filipino that if I get them to say the word, I can spell it without knowing what it is, because the Filipino language, a lot of it is in like every 2 to 3 letters, there's a syllable. So if they tell me the word without knowing the word, if I listen to how they're saying it, I have had times where I've said to them, well, is this how it's spelled? And I was correct. So that's been a lot of help to me, and my listening skill has been developing quite a bit, because it's not just self-development anymore. I actually have people speaking to me and helping me develop, so the listening skill can develop. And I met a Filipino brother on one of the walks, one of the 15-kilometer walks home. He was cleaning a parking lot at a local Starbucks. He was happy to help me. I have reason to believe he might see this video. Ricky, if you do see this, salamat sa iyong tulong kaibigan. Sana maging okay ang araw mo. He is a wedding singer. He is also a youngster, and he told me about singing ikaw at weddings. He does not charge people for his wedding singing. I have not heard him sing yet, but if he's singing at weddings, chances are he's doing all right. I was happy to connect with him. We had a great conversation. He spoke a little Chinese to me. Ni tai hao lo. He said to me, it means you're great in Chinese. So, salamat sa Diyos sa sandaling ito. Thank you again for your interest in my multilingual journey. Kaya lang kong kunong umalis. I gotta get going. Eat good, remain optimistic, be thankful for your life, and create a great day for yourself. Peace and love to all of God's children. Salamat ulit sa Diyos. Ingat.